Highguard is a blast that is currently filled with annoying bugs, non-existent quality of life features, and design decisions that are fundamentally odd. Let's discuss. Highguard is a game getting a lot of hate online, from its initial reveal at the Game Awards as a very out-of-place one last thing compared to the highs that the slot has typically touted, such as the new Naughty Dog game Intergalactic: The Heritage Prophet in 2024, and the eagerly awaited sequel to Monster Hunter World and Monster Hunter Wilds in 2023, along many others throughout the 11 years of TGA history. So having a free-to-play PvP shooter with a trailer that, to many, myself included, didn't really show or tell anything about what the game was or how it played, was an odd choice. Now that the game is finally out, however, we get the full breakdown. Highguard is a 3v3 PvP shooter with a very interesting gameplay loop that combines elements from many different game modes in a way we have never seen before. You start out by leaving your base to gather loot in the form of very Apex Legends-like weapons of various rarity, gadgets, and armor, and crystals, the game's in-match currency. After a short while, approximately 2 minutes or so, the game turns into Capture the Flag, with the flag spawning somewhere on the map. Bullshit, often leading to your first of many gunfights in the match. One team captures the flag, and then has to carry it to the enemy base and plant it in one of 3 set points to trigger the third phase of the match, the raid. The raid is very similar to popular games such as Valorant and Counter-Strike. The attacking team has to break into the enemy's base, plant a bomb at one of 3 points, and then prevent the defending team from defusing it before it can go boom. The raid ends when either the attacking team manages to blow up enough bombs to eliminate enough of the defending team's base's health, thus winning the game, or by the defending team killing the attacking team a set number of times. And then the game resets back to the prep phase, where the defending team can repair and reinforce their base, and then go back out for more, which also get progressively more powerful and high in rarity the number of times you have returned to the prep phase. On the surface, the game seems meshed together. A Battle Royale style prep phase, then Capture the Flag, then a Raid style phase similar to the games mentioned previously, but it actually flows together very seamlessly. The gunplay is tight, and the Wardens, the heroes in this hero shooter, who each have their own unique abilities, are varied and unique. There isn't one in this launch state of 8 that feels over or underpowered. And frankly, the game is a blast. I played for about 4 hours on launch day with a couple of friends over on twitch.tv/goldenspider666, and hardly even noticed how long it had been until I looked up at the clock and saw it was midnight. But despite that, there were a number of minor bugs and features that are missing that soured the taste very slightly. Things that, well, not surprising to happen during the days right after launch, but things that they do not fix could cause the game to not quite reach the height that I feel it could. First of all, myself and a number of friends have experienced a bug where opening a chest for loot we couldn't move until we jumped. The minimap, which if the enemy takes the flag shows you roughly where the flag carrier is so you easily know where to try to intercept, oftentimes didn't actually update with the carrier's position. And most mind-boggling of all, the game has crouch as a toggle on launch, which no way to change that setting. These are all very minor complaints and critiques, however, but a couple of big ones are how the game fundamentally tracks the base HP in a very confusing way. The primary method of damaging an enemy's base is by blowing up all their generators when attacking, but in a mechanic I actually do think is a good idea, if not sufficiently explained to the players. When the attackers are beaten back, the attackers also lose a bit of their base's HP. On the flip side, however, the very act of planting the flag into the enemy's base also makes them lose HP, which can lead to a loop of bad gameplay or just bad luck, and put a defending team at a disadvantage before the raid even begins. There was also a match where my team was defending, I was the only player alive, the rest were respawning, and the raid had already been ongoing for a good while. The enemy had no bombs planted, and without anything happening, the game just declared it a loss, and I am still uncertain how that happened. But contrary to other reviews and opinions, it is my opinion that the 3v3 nature of the game and the large maps are to its benefit, not detriment. The prep phase being quiet with little chance of encountering the enemy makes it a calm before the storm, a full 2 minutes or so to take a breath after the raid, strategize with your team, and it's largely the same feeling as when you are running around not encountering anyone in the Battle Royale. There's a slight tension, knowing that there's another team somewhere that may get the drop on you, or you may get the drop on them, that makes it very fun. And the introduction of a 4v4 or a 5v5, in my opinion, would completely ruin that ambiance. In the end, Highguard is a very fun game that takes 3 separate seeming game modes and seamlessly combines them into a package that is unique and a whole lot of fun. I am excited to see where the game goes in the future, and hope that the storm of negative reviews on Steam, of which the majority are just people still complaining about it ending TGA, or reviewing negatively because it's the meme, do not convince the team at Wirelight Entertainment to abandon the project and move on, because with a little TLC, this game can truly be something special. Subscribe to this channel to stay up to date on all your nerdy news, reviews, podcasts, and shenanigans here on neonpocketdimension. And follow us at NPD Squad on Twitter and Blue Sky. Thanks for watching.